Hi, in this video I want to talk about self-love. So experience has shown me that there are basically two types of self-love. There's one type that is, I would say, in the long run detrimental, and then there's the other type which is always beneficial. So it so happens that we have more of type 1 in us. That is, we have the type of self-love that is relative. Sometimes it is good for us, and then sometimes it is really bad for us. Okay, now this type of self-love that I've just called relative is really about loving ourselves, but using another person or other people as like the reference point. Many times with this type of self-love, we feel happy, positive towards ourselves, we feel at peace with ourselves, we feel happy with ourselves, we feel like a type of contentment or type of satisfaction or feeling that everything is okay with ourselves, that we are okay, when another person or a group of people are happy with us or affectionate towards us or in love with us or like us or hold us in high regard. So of course we can feel quite good, quite well, really positive. A lot of good things, a lot of good feelings can be experienced when we have those conditions or circumstances. But the problem is that those conditions or circumstances never last. They always, at some point along the way, fall through. People, they have to, seems like a law, they have to get upset with us. They can't always be happy with us all the time. One person, two people, three people, will always be upset with us, and may for a while not like us, may even hate us for a short while or long while, just depending. So in those times when the other person is upset with us, if we have that type of self-love that we only feel like a contentment with ourselves, an ease with ourselves, a feeling that we are okay, we're a good person, we're lovable, we're worth love, etc. When another person is happy with us, of course what happens when the other person is upset with us, we don't feel that anymore. Actually what happens is we feel the opposite. We may feel a tremendous anxiety, a tremendous emptiness, a tremendous anger, like feel rejected, abandoned. We'll feel like the less, we feel absolutely this is unfair, we shouldn't be treated like that, that's wrong, what have I really done to deserve that, I've given you so much and in return you do this to me, etc, etc, etc. We really get miserable. So that's that, because of this self-love that is dependent on something else, and really that's, and when we feel that that low state, when a person doesn't like us, and we're trying to feel good about ourselves, using other people as a reference point, that's tremendous suffering. That's really painful. That's really awful, and for so much bitter experience, with that, I really don't like that type of self-love. I really don't want it for myself or for anybody anymore. Really, I don't like that. No way, no more. Now, so all this sort of suffering, is produce something in me like a search for what the hell is self-love? Do we need self-love? Is it right to have self-love? And is there another type of self-love? Okay, so I've been searching, thinking about it a lot, meditating about this point a lot, reading a lot about it, listening to audio books, lectures, people talking about it. So I've come to the conclusion that self-love in this always beneficial type is fine, is positive, is natural. And in fact, in the very spiritual side of things, I've been taught, or I've learned, that within every human being is like something of a divinity. There's, say, a soul there, and in a way it's so natural to feel appreciation, like a kind of love for that soul. Who can despise something divine? I don't know, only a strange person would, but say the normal person, something divine like a soul, the beauty of the soul, the intelligence, the wisdom, the strength, the conviction, the virtues, humility, sweetness, patience, tenacity, humility, I should have said that before, the right use of sexuality, etc., etc., purity, innocence, all of those things inspire something special in the person. Definitely not hatred, but something special, something like a conscious, a real love. So when we're feeling that for what we have within us, that's a type of self-love. But that's the right type of self-love, something we generate that goes up into ourselves and is for ourselves and is by ourselves. So that type of self-love is independent of any external factor. And that type of self-love is the one that feels that emptiness, that void, the love that we have for ourselves depending on others creates. So really I've come to the conclusion that that's the right type of self-love. We need to actually cultivate that. We need to remove it, take it out of what I call relativity, outside of the reference point of other people. Not use other people to love ourselves anymore, not depend on the good treatment of others, the positive attitude of others towards us to feel love for ourselves. We have to feel love for ourselves all the time, at any point, in any situation, from ourselves, by ourselves. And in that way, our life changes completely. It has a dramatic effect on our relationships. You can be rejected, and in the past, being rejected in that way would make you terribly angry, would really upset you, would really produce a terrible disappointment, disillusionment, set off many negative emotions and negative states that would last for days, a depression, terrible anxiety, rage, revenge, you name it, very intense, negative, dark things. With this right type of self-love, those things are a lot less, maybe only some minutes, and they may not even occur. They greatly diminish. So that's what we need, this right type of self-love. So we have to cultivate it, especially in the moments where we get rejected, or where others are not treating us well. So we have to understand that others, that they have their defects. They get angry, and it's not personal. Things make them angry, and it could be anyone else that provokes that anger in them. It could be their dog, it could be their cat, it could be their uncle, their mother, but it happens to be us. But so we do something that would make them angry, and that if someone else did the same thing, they'll probably get angry. They would get angry as well. So they're going to get angry at us. We have to expect that. They're going to reject us, or feel unhappy, or not feel so warm or caring towards us at different times. So then when that happens, we have to understand that, okay, that they're angry, that's going to pass, and they'll return to normal. But when we're feeling that, like perhaps an anger, or upset, or we feel an emptiness, a disappointment, a disillusionment, we have to then observe ourselves, know what we're feeling, and then start to counteract that by bringing the plus. Because when we're upset, we're always feeling like the minus. Oh, that shouldn't have happened. I'm treated other people are treated better than me. I'm always, the second one. I do the most, but I get the least attention. I get the least love, get the least, appreciation. You always feel the less, always about the less. So we have to bring within ourselves the more, the plus. So you have to generate it yourself. Find real reasons. Why you're okay as a person, why you deserve to be loved, and then start to feel that, that good feeling, that goodwill towards yourself. And to love yourself in a way is to not accept pain for yourself, not allow yourself to feel that useless pain, not to feel the pain of rejection or to do something to not feel that pain. That's the real self-love. Usually with the other type of self-love, the bad one, we can wallow in that pain for days and days, just waiting, praying that the other person will come to us and fix it up, fix our feelings, will notice our feelings, will notice we're upset and will want to fix us up. But we have to do it for ourselves. We have to balance, because it's our responsibility how we feel. So we have to fix it up ourselves. Not the other type of self-love always puts our feelings, as the other person's responsibility. But that's really wrong. We're the only one that are responsible for our happiness, for our well-being, for our internal balance, for our good feeling towards ourselves. We're responsible for our thoughts, our emotions, not the other person. They're responsible for theirs. That's their job, not ours. Okay, our thoughts and feelings are our job, so we have to deal with it. So then, I find real reasons why you're okay as a person. You're a good person. You belong. In the relationship. You're worth love. You're worth feeling. It's worth feeling good and beneficial, positive, benevolent towards yourself. So find the real reasons. Okay, you did a good day's work, you were able to drive a car, you're able to dress well, everything coordinated, you made breakfast for somebody, you helped somebody at work, you answered their questions, you've been very useful. You may even be with this person that's rejecting, you may have been treating them very well even though they've been negative towards you. So see those real reasons and accept them, and then start to feel good about yourself. Generate like a good feeling, a positive feeling, a goodwill towards yourself. And in that way you bring the plus and you balance out the negative that was created from the other person's ill treatment of you. So in that way you become independent and you start to generate your own happiness and generate your own love towards yourself, not depending on others. So and that helps you out a lot and helps out others immensely as well. Because then you'll feel happy. Usually with that bad type of self-love, we only feel happy when the other person is happy with us, or is happy. But the other person may be bad, but then we can be happy, and that will help them to be happy as well. We'll treat the other person a lot better. We won't get angry with them. We won't reject them back. We won't get resentful with them. We'll love them better and more too. Okay, so I really, really hope that this has been useful, because it's a result of a lot of work, research, looking, searching, observing, and a lot of bitter experience from my part. So I really hope this has been useful. So I hope to post more videos on this later. Okay, so thanks once again for watching. I appreciate it. Okay, see you later. Bye.